Hi, I'm Seamless, and this is the ninth. Is it the ninth? This is the eighth. This is the eighth 30K tutorial. This one was suggested by a person named Mike Gibbons, and it was Noisia, the Tide, which has special significance to me if you know about that story. But I elected to do, or at least try to do, one of the Reese's in there, and I realized I actually made a preset recently that kind of fits the bill. So here's what it sounds like. It's not super duper 100%, but you're never going to get 100%. But this is pretty close, and it's pretty neat. And the way that I made this is also pretty cool. So over here you can see that the preset is called Ultra Low Brass. Why is it called Ultra Low? Well, I will show you the process by making this in a new harmonic because it's kind of hard to explain. So in harmonic, like if I were to go low here, we have this detune option, and what this does is it moves the harmonics away from the fundamental frequency, the lowest note, like that. And you have option to go all the way up to 16, which is pretty high. So you might have noticed when I had moved up to frequency 2, that kind of sounded like a square wave. In fact, pretty freaking similar. This means that the ratios that you move them to still fit the harmonic requirement to be the original note of the fundamental, even if it's really far away. So I decided one day to play around with this, and then I went and hit a really low note. And that note, if you want to know how low that is, this is how low the note is. Not very low, but if I were up here, really freaking low. So basically what's happening is that when we're in harmonic mode 16, when we come back down really far, the second harmonic becomes the fundamental harmonic. But only just so. If we were actually to match this with a second oscillator, we can kind of hear that starting to happen. It's not actually matching, is it? There it is. So you can hear the little warble going on there. Well, that's because despite the fact that it's in their correct position, the amounts and the phase and the very minute truths of the position are not the same. So that means we get very interesting effects when we combine the two. And then also we get very interesting effects when we just use the original by itself. Like if I were to keep that and then like distort it. Ooh, suddenly it's interesting. So that's what I did here with this. I have that configuration. I got some phase changes, but I don't actually have unison going on in there, because you can see that. But what I do have going on, actually kind of interesting that that's the case. But anyway, I have distortion on really hard, some stereo asymmetry, and I'm layering it with some lower harmonics of the original. Right. Now this guy has unison engaged, and that's where the Reese movement is coming from. So we combine it, it gets a little nice and cool. So the way that we're getting the particular harmonics out of the second one is I have the filter engaged pretty low and I have keyboard tracking engaged. That's how I chose the particular frequencies to use. I could have used harmonic protection and then specified in here the harmonic protection notes that I wanted to use, but I didn't. I used filter instead. So in the local EQ, you see I got very surgical with the particular harmonics that I wanted to remove in order to keep the tone the way I wanted. And that's really all that was, is that I moved it around until I found the position that I liked. In effects, I'm controlling the modulation with the EQ. I'm actually keeping the low pass down because this is a mid-range bass, and with the kind of production that Noisia used to do, or at least the kind of production that Noisia inspired, means a lot of times you have a separate sub bass and then you do mid basses by itself. Not to mention this is pretty high pitched for a bass. So that's what that is. And then it's being distorted just for fun, and then it's being delayed and reverbed to give the atmosphere, and it's a lot of that. So yes, if you want to make a sound design request, do so in the Facebook page that's linked in the description of this video. Don't do it anywhere else. They will all be ignored. If you have any questions about any of this, let me know. And as usual, have a nice day.